I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And exposed to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo. Mi gente must really need Jesus. They shed real blood. I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. Now I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron, boy, young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's still off top, I'm tweaking. But I still gotta fight my demons. I ain't no good.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into the WAG show. Happy 4th of July to all the people out there. We are here to talk about today's best bets. Yesterday was pretty good. My one baseball play won that I put in on the earlier games. The Nationals and Kittle Jack, happy 4th. The Nationals did not win, unfortunately, but the that same game parlay did win. We had what do we have? Logan Webb 5+ strikeouts and Brian Wu 5+ strikeouts -110. That won. Logan Webb, I didn't yesterday. That would have been the day to ladder him. I think he had 10 strikeouts. Um, Seattle, they just been striking out a ton recently. Richard, what's up? Brian, what's up? I don't know. What do you guys got for today? So let's see here. Miami and St. Louis is about to start in 3 minutes, so we won't talk about that. We have a little bit of time before the Red Sox start against the Rangers. And then Baltimore, New York, they were supposed to start at 1. That got moved back due to rain. They're starting around 2:05. And then there's some other games tonight. Summer League. Yeah, what did you guys think of Summer League last night? I saw a little bit of it. Dude, we talked about it when Jaime Jaquez got drafted by the Heat. What did we say? The Heat, they don't care about anything. They just want guys that can play ball, and he can play ball. I mean, I know it's Summer League, but I mean, he was dominating. He started off, he missed his first couple shots. After that, he really got rolling. He's single-handedly, him and Jovic basically won them that game by themselves. But he looked really good. Chet looked pretty good. Chet looked healthy, sounded healthy. Afterwards, I saw the clip of him talking. He said like he doesn't even basically feel it. So he looked pretty good. Are you okay with guys like Keegan Murray playing? Yeah, I don't have an issue with it. I mean, if you guys think back to it, I think it's really only been the last like 5-6 years that it's become this thing where it's like only rookies and like the young guys. Like, dude, back in the day, like some of the older guys would play like in the summer league. Like not like established players, but like if guys had gone through injuries and stuff, they would play in the summer league. So I don't have a problem with him. I mean, Keegan Murray, he's a second year player. I don't have a problem with it. Lofton looked really good. I mean, dude, Lofton is good. He was really good in college, and he shined at times when he would get in for Memphis last year. So 100% agree. Memphis does need to play him more. He looked very good. Jalen Williams from OKC looked pretty good as well, which obviously we saw him in the regular season with them last season. But yeah, it was fun. I don't know. Is there games today? I'm sure there probably is. some reason I don't see it on FanDuel. I don't think FanDuel has Summer League odds. Let me check DraftKings. Jalen Williams looked really good. Yeah, yeah. No shock. That OKC team, if they actually play all those guys, that OKC team is stacked. NBA Summer League. Here we go. No, there's no games today. It looks like tomorrow. Tomorrow we have Charlotte and Golden State. OKC Memphis. That's a fun game. OKC Memphis is a good little game. Spurs Lakers, Sixers Jazz, and Heat and the Kings. Heat and the Kings. That's a good game too. Um, if Sack's gonna play, Keegan Murray and those guys, that's a good game there. But yeah, so we'll talk some summer league tomorrow. There's some games going on. Overall for baseball today, one play I really like. First of all, I posted a free pick in the Facebook group again, so um, go check that out. I talked about it last week, but we got 42,000 people in this Facebook group now. So go join in there. I've been posting some free bets. To be honest, anything besides MLB is entertaining. I can understand that. Sean, what's up? Happy Fourth to you as well. Uh, but for me, like we've been winning on baseball, so I don't have a problem betting on it. But I don't know. It does feel like the mass majority of people I see complaining, like they all want baseball to end. But baseball's been good to us. We've been winning. FanDuel sometimes give out money. Otani to get a hit plus 100. Yeah, that's a. I would be fine taking that. It's a fine matchup for him. Musgrove, Musgrove's been really good over the last 30 days or so, but anytime you get him plus 100 to get a hit, I think it's fine for sure. Dinger Tuesday picks. Yeah, I article will be out after the stream, but if you want an early one that locks in 20 minutes or so, Alex Verdugo for the Red Sox would be my first one. Obviously, he's not going to be in the article because the article is going to come out after the game starts. But Alex Verdugo was my pick for that game, and he's plus 900, so he gets pretty good odds. But all right, let's dive in here. So for first game, we'll talk about this Boston game. I like Boston here a lot. I bet Boston on money line at plus 108. They moved down to plus 102. If you can see here on the screen, public is all over the Texas Rangers. They're getting 70% of the tickets, 73% of the money, but that line has moved towards Boston. Dane Dunning has outperformed his metrics all season. He has a 2.69 ERA in comparison to a 4.60 expected ERA. His expected ERA is 2 full runs higher than his actual ERA. He's going to get beat around at some point here. This could be a good spot for it in Boston against an offense that matches up pretty well against him. There are a lot of guys on Boston that can hit cutters, which he throws a lot. Let me see if I can pull the numbers up here. So he throws his sinker 31% of the time overall. Against lefties, he throws more cutters 32% of the time compared to the sinker 17% of the time. The sinker comes into play 40% of the time against righties. So against lefties, he throws a lot of cutters. Against righties, he throws a lot of sinkers. Alex Verdugo mashes cutters this season. Small sample, but 615 WOBA, 417 ISO. Jaron Duran has a 500 WOBA against cutters, batting from the left side. Rafael Devers has massive numbers against cutters, batting from the left side. Tristan Cassis even has good numbers against cutters from the left side. And then if you want to go and look at the righties against sinkers, Justin Turner, big numbers against sinkers, batting from the right side. So I think it's a good individual matchup for the Red Sox. I think they match up really well against his pitch mix. He's due for some regression. and I like Boston a lot. So Boston, that's probably my play of the day here on the money line. You can still get them at plus 100 or so. The game starts in about 15 minutes, so you have a little bit of time to get it in. But I do like Boston. Royals Twins. I mean, Twins are big favorites here, almost minus 200. Kenta Maeda against Zach Greinke. I would not feel comfortable laying minus 195 on Kenta Maeda given how he's looked this season. So that's probably a stay away spot for me. I don't really want to bet on the Royals, just because Zach Greinke he's really struggled the last few starts. So probably just a stay away spot for me. But I'm definitely not laying minus 195 on Kenta Maeda. Mets and Diamondbacks, we have Zach Davies against Kodai Senga. Senga is a minus 120 favorite here. Another sign. I know some people on the Discord were on the Mets here. I did not bet them outright, but I would lean Mets. They opened at minus 115. Public is on Arizona here. 54% of the bets and 82% of the money. Big money came in on Arizona, and the line still moved towards the New York Mets. So good little spot for the Mets. I would be fine putting the Mets in a parlay. You could put them, take them on like an alt spread plus 1.5 in a parlay, something like that. But I would lean New York Mets in that game. Cubs and Brewers, we have Wade Miley against Kyle Hendricks. Just an absolutely insane pitching matchup here. Wade Miley's a minus 120 favorite. Would love the Cubs to win this game since he looks like they're going to win. They're up 7-4 in the seventh. So hopefully they hang on and win. Would be big for Milwaukee to drop a game here. So would love the Cubs to win this game, but I do not have a play here. I think you could maybe look under 9.5. It opened at 9, moved up to 9.5. So under 9.5 maybe, but nothing that I really like in that game. I like Christian Yelich to get a hit. Yeah, against Hendricks, I think that's fine. I wonder, could probably find his numbers against Hendricks. There's probably a decent sample size. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see here. 53 plate appearances. Uh, big sample for Yelich against Kyle Hendricks. He's 10 for 44, 2 home runs. Only, I don't know, kind of a mixed bag here. He's hitting 230, but 90 average exit velocity, 354 expected WOBA, 8 walks. Does strike out 24% of the time against him. So I don't know, kind of a hit or miss, but I don't hate taking Yelich. I would probably lean Rowdy Tellez if I was going to pick one guy, but yeah, I don't hate that. Phillies Rays, best pitching matchup of the day here. We have Zach Eflin against Aaron Nola. Eflin a minus a 145 favorite here at home. Public is on the Rays per usual when they are at home. There is some sharp money coming in on Philly though. I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe you could do maybe like a same game parlay similar to what we did yesterday with Logan Webb and Brian Wu, but you could do like Aaron Nola 6+ strikeouts, Zach Eflin 5+ strikeouts. It's basically even money. I think you could do something like that. But I don't have a lean. I guess I would lean Rays at home, but I don't have a strong lean there. I have no bets put in on that game currently. Rockies Astros, Brandon Belak against Kyle Freeland. Belak minus 196 favorite here on FanDuel, minus 190 over on DraftKings. Pretty standard. I mean, Colorado's not very good. Houston typically pretty good against left-handed pitching. Let's see if we have a sample size of Kyle Freeland against the Astros. Pretty small. Only 27 plate appearances. 381 expected WOBA allowed, 14% strikeouts, 273 batting average allowed. Pretty bad. Definitely would lean Houston there, but not going to lay minus 196 on Brendan Belak. So I think you could use him in a parlay or something like that. Marlins already up 3-0 in the bottom of the first inning. We did bet Miami today in the premium. Little 3-run. I don't know what is this 3-run home run. Jesus Sanchez, it looks like. So that was a quick little start for Miami, which is good. Let's see where we're at here. Seattle Mariners, San Francisco Giants, Logan Gilbert against Win. Win is a slight favorite, -115. Public is on Seattle here. Line is moving towards Seattle. I don't have a strong lean here. I think I would definitely take a stab on Seattle. Maybe if you were in a parlay or something, but I don't have a straight bet on that game. Angels, Padres. Okay, maybe a little disrespectful to the Angels Padres game when I definitively said the Rays and the Phillies was the best pitching matchup today. Shohei Ohtani, Joe Musgrove, nothing. Uh, that's pretty good as well. Padres. I like Padres here, and I don't feel good about betting against Ohtani, but I'm going to tell you why I like the Padres, especially first five. Padres bullpen has been sketchy recently, but I like them first five. They're not going to have Mike Trout in the lineup. And Joe Musgrove over the last 30 days has actually been not strikeout wise, but just in terms of Sierra and run prevention stuff. He's actually been just as good as Shohei Ohtani over the last 30 days. So you're getting a similar level of real life pitching ability minus the strikeouts with Joe Musgrove. And then you're also taking Mike Trout out of the Angels lineup. So I do lean Padres here. I don't like them as much at -140. So as you can see, they opened up at -115 last night. We bet them. We had a parlay. We have Padres +1.5 first five in the parlay, and we got that at pretty decent odds. It was like -200 or something. It has to be like completely steamed now if I check. See here. Yeah, now it's -450. I think it was like -250 when we got it. So I'm not as interested in betting the Padres as I was last night when they were -115. But I do think the Padres have the lead in this game. I do worry a little bit. I don't like Juan Soto kind of just poking the bear in terms of talking about Otani. I don't know if you guys saw that, but they were asking Juan Soto about Otani last night, and he said yeah, he's a good pitcher, but he's gonna struggle against this lineup tomorrow. So I like why you would even say something like that. I have no idea. I don't like that. That tells me like maybe we should take a flyer on Otani ladder. He's at 7.5. Can we get like 9? We can get 10 plus 320. I don't know. I don't like poking the bear, but I do like Padres in this game. The Marlins are just tattooing at him right there. They got two more guys on base. Detroit Tigers, Oakland A's. We have JP Sears against Tariq Skubal. Tariq Skubal, if you guys have followed my content for a while in years past, you guys know I'm a big Tariq Skubal guy. I think he's very good. He looked pretty good in his rehab assignment, so I'm excited for him to be back for the Tigers. JP Sears, while was my boy earlier on in the season, he has struggled. The last 30 days, his numbers have fallen off a little bit. They don't look quite as good. He's coming off his arguably worst start of the season. So I definitely like Tigers here. I think you can use the Tigers in a parlay. I think you can bet them first five. You can bet them full game. But I do like the Tigers here. I think Scooble, hopefully is sharp in his debut back. Pretty much the best possible matchup you can make your start coming back in against Oakland. So good little spot for Scooble to come back. Who's your favorite ladder or daily strikeout leader? I think you can maybe take a shot on Scooble, honestly, against the A's. I don't know what his. Let me see here. His strikeout line's at 4.5. It's super juiced. It's -152 on FanDuel, 4.5. So maybe you could take like 6+ at +140. I don't hate. 7+ is +300. Not sure if he can get 7 because I just the problem with it is I don't know how long he's going to pitch. He only went like I think he only went like 65 pitches or so in his last rehab start with Toledo. So I don't know how long he's going to pitch, but it is a good enough matchup that he could get 5, 6 strikeouts. I also just saw that Max Scherzer is now starting for the Mets instead of Senga, so that makes me like the Mets even more. If you guys can grab Mets right now, it looks like they pulled the line on FanDuel. See if it's up on DraftKings. Yeah, I think they pulled it on DraftKings too. All right, well, that kind of sucks. Interesting. I'm sure the Mets will be more favored when this line opens back up. But Sean, to answer your question, so other than that, I think Otani always is a good bet. I think for daily strikeout leader, he was the favored option though. So maybe Nola would be a potential option, but I think Scooble getting him for like 6+ Ks is interesting. Braves and Guardians, Colby Allard going against Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber is an underdog here. Braves are minus 135 for the game. I don't really know how you bet against the Braves right now. Um, yeah, I mean they've just been absolutely on fire. Shane Bieber, he's been inconsistent enough too that I just really don't trust him at this point. So I would definitely lean Braves here. I bet Braves first five myself last night. The line has moved a little bit. We got them at like minus 115 and it's almost minus 130 now. So we definitely get some good CLV on that line. But I do think the Guardians struggle in general against left-handed pitching as it is. Colby Howard looked pretty good in that start we saw him last week. So I think it's a good spot for him. And the Braves, I can't go against their offense right now with how they've looked. So definitely lean towards the Braves in that game. Mets sitting at minus 115 in my book. So if you can get the Mets, I would bet the Mets. But I don't know. Let's see if it's still down on FanDuel. I can't bet it. I had him in a parlay, but FanDuel normally you can if you're quick, you can beat FanDuel by a couple seconds, but that did not happen this time. Are you taking any of these summer specials for NFL? Jonathan Taylor 850 yards and Justin Jefferson 1500 yards at plus 120? Probably not. I don't like to bet overs on season long props because you just need everything to go perfectly, and it's easy for guys, especially running backs, to get injured. So I try to avoid taking overs on season long props. I think you can make some money taking unders on season long props, but depending on if you're limited or not or how that works, but you have to put some significant money down to make it worth it because your money's tied up for 6 months of the year. But I do think unders on season long props is a good look generally. I probably won't be taking any overs on season long props. I will be starting to give out some more NFL futures here coming up though, within the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. If you guys have followed along, we have taken only one so far. Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl is the only one I've given out so far. So I'll be adding probably a couple more Super Bowl teams. I'll be adding some. There's a couple win totals I really like, so I'm gonna try and put a good amount on those, and we'll have some more stuff coming out as well for NFL futures. All right, last few games of the night we have Toronto Blue Jays and White Sox, and then Pirates Dodgers. So Blue Jays White Sox with Chris Bassett against Lucas Giolito. Lucas Giolito's kind of turned around. He's not looked bad the last 30 days. He's a slight underdog here. The Blue Jays are minus 120 on FanDuel, minus 120 on DK as well. Public is on Toronto here, 70% of the bets, 70% of the money. I don't know. Chris Bassett is up and down. It seems like if you bet on Chris Bassett, like you get prime CB and he strikes out like 8 or 9 guys, or he just completely ejects. Now, it would be tough for him to completely eject against this White Sox offense, but it is in the realm of possibilities. Maybe I don't know. I don't have a firm lean in this game to be honest. I might have to look into it a little bit more. And then last game of the night, I mean, Dodgers are just huge favorites here. Minus 245 is crazy. I'm not laying minus 245 on anybody. Sheehan against Luis Ortiz. I don't mind. I don't mind the over here. I know there's sharp money on the under 9.5, but maybe we wait it out. If we wait it out till tonight, the line moves down from 9.5 to 9, and then we can take the over. I think that could be a possibility. But that about does it. Any props you like? Um, yeah, I think in terms of, I don't know, I felt so convicted about Webb strikeouts yesterday, and that obviously worked out. I think in terms of like a hitting prop, total bases. mm, I think Freddie Freeman, probably the bases would be my favorite if I was picking somebody total bases today. Let me see what his odds are. We can get him 2+ at -115. Freddie Freeman, probably my pick. Luis Ortiz against lefties this season, very, very bad. Against righties, 276 WOBA, 124 ISO. Pretty good numbers. Against lefties, 472 WOBA, 233 ISO. Almost double his numbers against lefties compared to righties. Obviously, we know Freddie Freeman, one of the best hitters in baseball. But against lefties, Ortiz throws a lot of fastball, a lot of slider. Freddie Freeman destroys fastballs, 419 WOBA against them, and pretty good numbers against sliders as well, 461. So Freddie Freeman total bases tonight is a good look. In terms of strikeouts, I told you guys I like Tariq Skubal, but I mean it's crazy juiced. So maybe go Skubal 4+ and Tigers to win or something like that to get it down because it's -150. But overall, that's the picks for today. Hopefully the Red Sox win since I talked them up a little bit. That game is about to start here in about 4 minutes. Happy 4th of July again to everybody. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate all the questions. Good luck with your bets today. I'll be back tomorrow, normal time, 3 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have baseball to talk about tomorrow and NBA Summer League. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try tonight if I have time to really dive in to the Summer League. So maybe I can have some more definitive bets tomorrow for it. So I'll look at stuff tonight and see what's going on. But thanks for the stream. Happy holidays. Appreciate it. All right. Good luck with your bets tonight, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 3.